the moment has arrived and the finals are officially here for the SRL Season 9 Lions competition. Proudly brought to you by TBC Live and Sunny Visuals. I'm Sunny Tyre, and thank you so much for joining us wherever you may be. Get ready, get hyped, and get pumped for this game we are about to witness. It is the grand final qualifier between the Bathurst Blue Tongues and the Waikato Wolves. What a game this is set to be. Some familiar faces making a return to the Mines Arena for the Blue Tongues. Their wildcard player Jack White, the number 6 pick in the Dev draft this season. He makes his return back at the lock position, rounding off that forward pack alongside Mines MVP winner Nepo Baby. How good is that going to be before the Wolves? 3 stars returning back to their lineup. Arlo Rutherford, Kaya 4, and Lorenzo Teresi back in the black and yellow. We are underway here from Carrington Park, a sold out Carrington Park in Bathurst. And oh, I'm hyped. It is good to be back in the commentary box. I missed you guys, and we are finally here back in business. SRL Mines Grand Final, place on the line for these two sides. The Blue Tongues looking to make their 3rd consecutive grand final since they've entered the competition. A win here tonight would be historic. It would be their 3rd grand final appearance in the Mines, but for the Waikato Wolves, what a story it's been. Such a great club, and a lot of development players being blooded out of this Waikato team, and heading into the finals, they have 3 wildcard spots available. And they've brought in some great experience. Oh, off the wing, Junior Kamealoha. Great first return, nearly darts away from Anthony Boom. But there you go, the Wolves. Watch out, Vakateni is the captain for tonight. Waikato, it is a huge trip all the way from Hamilton to Bathurst. A lot of frequent flyer points for this Wolves side, but they are here to do something special tonight. A win away from home to qualify for the grand final would be huge. And we've got the mentors in the house as we see a big bump off run. Tulavari Vakateni not afraid to run it at Nepo. And I'll tell you what, if you're going to beat this Bathurst side, you cannot be afraid to run the ball at big Nepo. The Mines MVP winner Lorenzo Teresi, first game back, and on that 5th tackle option, just decides to run the ball. So now the Blue Tongues, bit of work to do from within their own half, their own red zone at that. But as we were saying before, big shout out to the mentors in Max Topoke and Anthony Lee, both here, as well as Hopsgood and Josh Pretlove, and 2 deserving groups of mentors that you'd love to see both of them make it, but only one team can. Oh, risky ball, draw pass out to Anthony Boom through the left edge, offload away to Cameron Smith. That's a great run from the Blue Tongues. And the crowd starting to find their voice now, getting behind their Tongues. 4th tackle, Reece Davis slotting into the halves for this game, and they'll pass it out to Jono Cashman. Cashman making the slot to halfback as well. Accustomed to playing in at the hooker position, but 5th and last, Jack White, beautiful kick, and I thought it was going to take a bounce off the post by Kaya for a great take there from the Penrith Panther. So great effort there from Kai, and earning himself a call-up to the Penrith Panthers 1st grade squad. So he's done some big things in the Mines already, and he's only one of 6 Waikato Wolves that have been promoted to 1st grade this season. It's a great achievement for the New Zealand-based side. Great ball from dummy half. Rangi Huna tries to exploit that right wing. Isn't able to get it through though. And here's the big man, Kaya 4, the main man for the Wolves. Keep an eye out for him tonight. The battle between him and Anthony Boom is going to be special. Cameron Smith offside. Vakateni can't exploit through that hole. Taken by Jack White, 5th and last. Just on the 10 minutes played here. What a season it's been for both teams. It's crazy to think we're already in the finals. Or the final, as you could say, because there is only one playoff game in this format of the comp, but The Bathurst Blue Tongues finding themselves finishing in second spot after a huge win over the Mount Druitt Kings last week. Courtesy of a Dion Coleman field goal, and there was a huge moment for Bathurst. The Wolves falling to the Cairns Firehawks in dramatic circumstances. Golden point it was. And thankfully for them, the Blue Tongues managed to beat the Kings, which saw them stay in third place and book themselves a spot, to Bathurst. The winner of this game will face off against the Central Coast Lions next weekend in the Mines Grand Final. And how good is that game going to be? The Central Coast Lions, they've been sitting at home for a couple of weeks now. They've had the bye, and they've got the bye this week as well, so they will be very well rested and 110% come game day. No injuries, no fatigue. Everyone is ready, and they're all eagerly watching this game to see who is going to be their opponent. Who are they going to face off against in Sydney next weekend? Good kick from Matt Chick. Malako Sauli off the left wing. Oh, he does a little shimmy jimmy right there. Malako Sauli will get past, and the Blue Tongues draw first blood. Kaya forward dives too early, and Malako Sauli hits him with a little and gets the first try of the game. Oh, and just a cheeky shuffle back inside. And Arlo Rutherford in pursuit as well, but couldn't get to him in time. The speed just too lethal, too devastating from Jordan Malako Sauli, who has played a game of first grade for the Sydney Roosters. And with runs like that on the wing, that is why they gave him the call up. 4-0 kick to come from right in front, and Rosso Goodwin, easy as you could ask. Like shelling peas, as they'd say. 15 minutes gone here, 6-0 lead to the home side, the Bathurst Blue Tongues. What a start. Jordan Malako Sauli off that left wing, cuts in field. Playing a bit of cat and mouse with Kaya forward, but a forward bit the cheese. But plenty of time for this Waikato side to make a comeback. They've got a lot of support out here in the central west of New South Wales, and a few specks of yellow out there in the crowd, but it is one of the toughest venues to play in the Mines. Trying to get a win in Bathurst, especially in finals. Oh, and a big hit. And Jack White, I believe that was, copping that one. Welcome back to the Mines, mate. Jack White being promoted to the Cronulla Sharks, and he made quite an impact in his 22-minute stint off the bench. I believe he actually scored a try as well in his time, so potentially 2 tries, excuse me. And oh, what a kick from Davis, but the bounce just too much. It looked like a gust of wind just sent that one over the line, but full set, or 7 tackle set now for the Wolves, and they're going to have to make this one count. Try and get to the other side of the field, and there you go, Josiah Pawhairangi. That is the way to do it. Held in the tackle, and it's going to be a penalty conceded. Goes from bad to worse, and that one, no excuse for it to be given away, but Zach Robinson now making his return to the Mines last week and straight into the finals, playing in at the hooker spot for the Wolves. We spoke about 3 wildcard players making their return to the Wolves, and Lorenzo Teresi, Arlo Rutherford, and Kaya Fora. Ewan Mayard, unfortunately not eligible, as he was playing for the Tigers in the finals. How good have the Tigers been? Big shout out to Wiley Murray and his man, a former Bathurst Blue Tongue captain, Wiley Murray. I'm sure he'll be booking some VIP box tickets to the grand final if the Blue Tongues make it. Albeit if this side's not competing in it either. Oh, what a scoop from Arlo Rutherford. Has he done enough? They're gonna send it upstairs. Sonny myself, I'm gonna send it to the bunker because Arlo Rutherford, I think he's done enough to just barge his way across, scrapes the white paint. James Reese and Cameron Smith, they're in the defensive stop, but could not do enough to stop that try from being scored, and that's a brilliant score there from Arlo Rutherford. He had to convert his own try as well, so a great set there from Waikato and a great play there from the SRL, or Mines veteran you could say. Rookie in the first grade playing for the Canberra Raiders, but Arlo Rutherford. There you go, 6-all is the score, and the Kiwi opposition up back. Level terms here in Bathurst. Beautiful stuff from them. If it's one thing about this Mines competition this season, it's how close and competitive it's been. In my opinion, I think it's been the closest comp we've had, at least in quite a fair while. And it's made for some brilliant games over this season. A lot of, last minute dramatic game winners, game levelers, golden point matches. A lot of close games decided by 1 point, 2 points. It's been one hell of a ride, and thank you to everyone who's been patient, throughout this whole journey and rebuilding the Mines and helping getting it back on its feet. It's been great fun so far. We hope you've all enjoyed it, because there's still plenty more to come. Your elimination final to determine who will be the final entrant into next weekend's big dance against the Central Coast Lions, the Mines Grand Final. Will we see an all New South Wales Grand Final, or will we see a bit of a trans-Tasman rivalry? Got about 55 minutes to find out the answer to that, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Plenty of Mines SRL action. Third tackle, the Blue Tongue shifted midfield. Cashman goes out to Justin Ryan. What a step. Straight through the middle he goes. Kaiafoa forced to come up and make the tackle. He's out of bounds. He's out of position. Nepo Baby tries to find the service. Cameron Smith, the recipient. Fifth and last now. Bathurst, a great set. 35 away from the try line. Reese Davis just punted towards Kamealoha. And he's wrapped up straight away from Justin Ryan. Oh, and the draw pass there. That was a bit risky. Vakateni holding onto it, running it straight at Nepo Baby. That's going to be one hell of a battle between Nepo and Tuluvaru. Probably two of the informed pops this season. Tarisi now runs it straight at Jack White. His opposing wild card player in fourth tackle. Waikato trying to cross over halfway. They go through Jake Tarpo. 40 metres gained on this set. And the Wolves drop it to Matt Chick off the left boot. Downfield, it's a great kick. Anthony Boom returning it from nearly in his own in goal, and he's driven back in a great read there. Kalen Cleary, I think, there to make the stop. Zyrell Williams through the right edge. Offload away to John O'Cashman, and that's a good start there for Bathurst. So many stars on both sides, but Cameron Smith, he's been underrated ever since his move to the props. Him and Nepo have just been a lethal duo in the trenches, and that's what we're talking about. Nepo Baby puts Lorenzo Tarisi on his backside. Fourth tackle now, Jack White. A dish out to James Reese. But Reese will be wrapped up. Inside opposition half now. Last tackle, Reese Davis punch straight downfield to Kai Rangihuna. And Rangihuna alongside Junior Kamealoha, they have been two informed wingers, or outside backs I should say. Kamealoha has had some time at fullback these past few weeks, but with Kaiafoa making the return as the wild card, he has shifted back out to the wing. But when you pair him with Rangihuna, that is a devastating backline. Afoa, Kamealoha and Rangihuna. But the forward packs as well. Cannot go past Jake Tarpo, Tulavari, Vakateni. Josiah Pafaitangi, one of the informed locks of this Lions season. Matt Chick, a boot downfield to Dion Coleman, who's wrapped up. Coleman making the shift out to the wings for this game. Could be a bit risky, but at the moment the Blue Tongues, they haven't looked too bad. They've settled into their game plan quite well. What a fend and an offload from Jack White. Jack White, he was killing it in the mines this season. During his time here for the Blue Tongues, a great run from Nepo Baby. Offload to Rosso Goodwin. It's a filthy goose step. And the Blue Tongues are going to score again. What an absolutely brilliant try there from Rosso Goodwin. TBC live replay. Nepo Baby draws in two defenders. Offload away. Hits the goosey. As the great Riley Murray would say, Rosso let the goose loose. And on the brink of half-time, that is a great momentum booster for the Blue Tongues. Out of nowhere, Nepo Baby proving his worth as to why he is the Mines MVP of this season. Rosso Goodwin, easy as you could ask. And the Blue Tongues get up 12 points to 6. 34 minutes played in the first half. And what a try. We're going to be watching and talking about that one for quite some time. Beautiful stuff there. Nepo Baby try assist. Rosso Goodwin scoring his first try of the evening. So the Blue Tongues currently with a one score lead. Nepo Baby off the back fence. Says, come here, pooah, and just gets in there. Oh, he's just not afraid of contact. Contact is afraid of him. Oh, through the left edge. James Reese, he might take it all the way to the house. And the Blue Tongues are having a party here in Bathurst. I can't believe it. What an insane coast-to-coast try from James Reese. First tackle of the set. Just finds an overlap on the left edge. Cuts in field and he was gone like the road runner. Nothing stopping James Reese. And the Blue Tongues have just absolutely turned this one on its head. It was a tight battle for a good portion of 30 minutes, just over, and all of a sudden these past 2 minutes the Blue Tongues back-to-back tries in rapid-fire fashion. 18-6 is the score. Just under 4 minutes left in this first half. And for this Wolves side, what is the game plan to get back in this one? Do you rely on your veterans, your Arlo Rutherfords, your fire forwards, your Lorenzo Tarisis, your Tulavari Vakadenis? Because this game could threaten to get ugly if the Wolves don't start making a move back, start digging themselves out of this hole that they find themselves in. It was a whole different ball game, a few minutes ago, but now the Blue Tongues, they go to their man again, James Reese. Potentially could go for a 40-20 here if they get driven back on this tackle. They do, so they're in range and they're in formation. They could very well go for it. Risky play here, but they're going to roll the dice. Reese Davis, he'll send it down towards the corner. Bakaya Foa on the return, steps two, can't get past Anthony Boom. Kaya Foa could have been the answer to the prayers needed for the Wolves as they go back to Rutherford. A minute remaining in this first half from Carrington Park. In your minds, qualifying final, intercept picked off from Jack White. Oh, another goose step, and the Blue Tongues are running rampant here in Bathurst. Shut the gates. This could be game, set and match. What a play. What a sequence from Jack White. TBC live replay. Goose step on Kaya Foa. And I cannot believe what I've seen in these past 10 minutes. phenomenal display here from the Blue Tongues. And the Wolves are just looking shell-shocked at the moment. Hands are on hips, wondering what is going on. They are in disbelief at the moment because the Bathurst Blue Tongues have showed up. And on the brink of half-time, it is 24-6. Insane stuff from the Blue Tongues, but the Wolves, they are just counting their blessings that the siren is about to go so they can readjust. 40 minutes of footy left, 40 minutes of your season on the line. Waikato, what have you got? We'll have to wait and see. But the Blue Tongues, they have took this game by the scruff of the neck, and they currently hold a dominating 24-6 lead. In your Minds qualifying final, we will see you in the second half. Good evening and welcome back from Carrington Park in Bathurst, where it is the Bathurst Blue Tongues leading 24-6 over the Waikato Wolves. Sanitaya here in the box, and what a game it was in the first half. Very close and neck up until the 32-33 minute mark, where from then on it was just absolute mayhem from the Blue Tongues. 3 unanswered tries in the space of 7 minutes. And this game has just threatened to turn ugly now for Waikato if it hasn't already. They've got one half to fight for their season, to fight for a spot in the grand final, but that first half would have taken a lot out of them, physically and mentally. The Blue Tongues finding themselves in prime position to just try and hold off this lead all the way to the end, but you just never know when it comes to the Mines. The comeback is always on. Dion Coleman straight through the middle. Zach Robinson holding him down, and that's another penalty conceded for the Wolves. And frustration starting to plague their game early here, and the Blue Tongues, they know they are in the driver's seat for this game. You can't write the Wolves off just yet, but they got to get a wriggle on now. First tackle in already. They have to defend inside their own half, just outside their red zone. Rosso Goodwin takes a run up through the middle. Second tackle. They shift it right. Inside dish to Jack White. Watch out for Jack White. He scored in that first half. A brilliant intercept effort from him. Nepo, baby! Balls over to Risi. Tries to charge over for the try. They go, Jono Cashman. He'll look to barge across. Held up there in a two-man effort. Fifth and last now. The home side. Jack White off the boot. He can do it all, Jack White. And that might be a try. That could even be a nutmeg try. We'll have a look at the replay. James Reese. Oh, nutmeg try. Straight between the legs. And it's a nutmeg try to James Reese. Beautiful stuff there from the Blue Tongues. And it is another try to the good for the home side and for Waikato. It is turning into D-Day for them. This is just, you gotta feel a bit sorry for them. They just do not have the answers at the moment. So all the questions that the Blue Tongues have been asking. And Rosso Goodwin, easy kick, will send it out 30-6. What a dominating performance from the Blue Tongues so far. And if you're a Waikato supporter, I think the worst thing about this is there's still plenty of footy left to go. Plenty of yellow jerseys still in the crowd. They're very loyal. Need I say, so loyal. They'll probably stay here till the bittersweet end, no matter how this result goes. But a 4-score game, 24-point deficit separating these two sides, and the Blue Tongues have just played to the occasion. They have turned up right from the jump, and even when it was locked up at 6-all in that first half, they weren't doing too much wrong. They are a very fit and conditioned side, so They know what it takes to slog it out for a full 80, and 30 points to 6. Dare I say, you could probably start booking your tickets to Sydney next week. Be a fair train ride, dare I say, from Bathurst to Sydney. A few hours, I think. Oh, 40-20 attempt. Just to rub a bit more salt in the wound, the Blue Tongues have just pulled out another rabbit from the hat. They are playing a perfect brand of footy. This could be the perfect game we've seen from a Mines team all season. Everything is just coming up trumps for them. Cameron Smith turned on his back, meter short of the line, second tackle. The Blue Tongues, and they were over. Unselfish act there, dishing it out to Anthony Boone. Not sure who it was that decided to pass. Maybe they're just keen to spread the ball around and have a bit of fun out there, the Blue Tongues, because they hold a commanding 24-point lead. Dish out, Anthony Bohm to Dion Coleman. Wrapped up and driven back, 5th and last now. And the Blue Tongues fans are just up and roaring at the moment. Jack White sends it high, taken by Kaya 4. And a 4. He's been held quiet. They've contained him well, this Blue Tongues team, and even the defensive effort. This line is just up and at him. It's relentless stuff here, but the Wolves, they got to dig deep here. We know what they're capable of. They are a team that will just never say die. But time ticking away, half an hour left, and who's going to be the one, or who are going to be the ones to step up? They need a leader in these moments. And not much doing off that attacking set. 5th down last now. Lorenzo Teresi. Decent kick downfield. Anthony Boom will step through the middle. Wrapped up and read well by Thomas Jones, I think that was. And fair to say, I think it's pretty safe that we're going to be looking at a Lions Blue Tongues Grand Final and all New South Wales Grand Final. The Blue Tongues, history in the making. Jack White, big fend away. Inside the red zone they go, 15 from the line. 5th and last now, where are they going to go? And Cameron Smith finds himself in the way. Big fella just takes the run up. And that one will fizzle out at the end. But for the Blue Tongues, Season 5, Mines champions or Mines premiers. Season 6, back-to-back Mines premiers. And now with the return of the revamped Mines comp, they are looking for a three-peat. They are trying to impersonate the Penrith Panthers in the NRL, and that chick, I don't know how that wasn't ruled a knock on, but referee obviously showing a bit of mercy, showing a bit of leniency for the Kiwi side, and it's no easy feat for the Wolves, considering the travel and, on short notice, having these 3 wildcard players, these 3 senior players in their team, and R4, Teresi and Rutherford, on paper it's good, but being put together on short notice, there hasn't been much time for them to sort of game plan and adjust with having these new faces in the team. But this Wolves side, give them a lot of credit. Oh, what a dummy and a pass there, a bit of a show and go there from Jono Cashman. But these Wolves, a lot of promotions in their side. They are the most promoted team. Oh, and what a hit! Taken off, or taken, nearly had his life taken away from him there. That was a huge hit. I was over here caught in the midst of my rambling, and I just seen big contact, ball force loose. Any money, that was probably Vakateni that put on that big hit. But now the Wolves, big chance to try and get their first points of the second half. Still down by a fair margin, but oh, what is this? No. That chick has just thrown an absolute shocker pass. Although Kame Aloha looking like he didn't even make an effort at it. He just watched it trickle over the sideline. Oh, jeez, that's almost summed up the game right there for the Wolves. You've got to feel bad for him. And the Blue Tongues just relentless, showing no mercy, no let up on the gas. James Reese looking for that gap. Taken by Jutama Jones there. Third tackle, and entering the final quarter of this game. It has just been party vibes all night here in Bathurst. And the Blue Tongues just lie one win away from making history. A potential three-peat in the mines is on the cards. Big bomb from Roscoe Goodwin. Anthony Boom there to take the bomb. But just nothing doing there at the end, and they won't be too fussed about it. I think these Blue Tongues are well settled into this game now. They're looking like they're having some fun out there as well. Smiles on the faces of Hopsgood and Josh Pretlove. A lot on the line here tonight, and these Blue Tongues have stepped up in a huge way. This is a statement victory. And they are sending a message to the Central Coast Lions. Watch out, Lions. The Blue Tongues are coming next weekend. It is going to be a huge battle in the Mines Grand Final. First versus second. I know we've still got a game of footy here, but I think it's safe to say the result is well and truly in the bag now. Off the right wing, Dion Coleman needed to be brought down by Kamea Aloha. This was just going to get even worse. But a great effort play there from Kamea Aloha. I don't want to go down without a fight. Oh, and another big hit there. Tulavari Vakateni. He is getting involved in this game. He is pissed off, to say the least. And I cannot blame him. These Wolves, they've been such a great team. What a story. A true underdog team, and it's been a testament to how much character they have. And the great work, the foundations that's been put in place by Max Topuke and Anthony Lee. Max Topuke will be captain of the Titans next season, so this will be his last game. I mean, the result is, in the bag, but this will be his last game as Wolves mentor. Anthony Lee will have to wait and see if he does stay on for next season. That would be a huge coup for this Waikato side. Great run from Jude Tama Jones. Tama Jones, only one game to his name, I believe, and already playing some finals footy, and Pawhairangi gets smacked up by Cam Smith. Fifth and last, Matt Chick just sends it downfield, and there is just not much clicking for this Waikato attack. They're trying to make things happen, and nothing is happening. But you just cannot fault them against a team like the Blue Tongues, who have certainly turned up in a hot run of form as of late. And how good the Blue Tongues. They've done it again. Into the grand final, where they will face off against the Central Coast Lions. What a battle that's going to be. The Winchester family taking on the likes of Jack White, Nepo Baby, Anthony Boom. Tap back. Oh, the Blue Tongues, they will just not settle. Anthony Boom off the back of a tap. And there you go, the Blue Tongues, they are just piling on the points here at Bathurst. And dare I say, every pub and every garage in Bathurst will be pumping tonight. There's going to be a party in these parts of the country. This is Bathurst country, and what a try there. Anthony Boone. Well deserved for one of the best players of the Blue Tongues all season. That's good, an easy task ahead of him. Converts that one comfortably. 36-6 is the score. And this is the biggest scoreline we've seen in the Mines this entire season. as a neutral. It's a little bit sad. You know, we wanted a tight, closely contested battle, but the Blue Tigers have just turned up. They've had almost everything, if not everything, go their way. It's one of those games that just could not have asked for much more. The rub of the green, the bounce of the ball, and a return off a kick like that from James Reese. But for the Wolves, got to feel sorry for their supporters. There's been a few that have made the trip over from New Zealand, from Hamilton. Oh, big interception, Marco Fa'alongo. There you go. Come on, Waikato, let's get a try going here. 10 minutes to go in your qualifying final. 36-6 is the score. The Blue Tongues, they have had command of this game for a majority of it. But the Wolves, let's see, what can they come up with? Come on, Waikato. Let's see you get some points here. Poor tackle now. They'll go inside dish. Back out towards Josiah Pafaitam. Taken at the 10, the 5th and last now. Right side, Arlo Rutherford. Beautiful grubber. Marco Fa'alongo. And Waikato get up. First try of the second half. And the Kiwis finally get their way. TBC Live replay. Beautiful kick from Rutherford. He has been man of the match for the Wolves here tonight. Getting a try, and now a try assist to his name, Marco Fa'alongo. Playing right centre for tonight. Past James Reese he goes. And the Wolves have finally done it. First try of the second half. Consolation try at that, but great effort to see them not giving up. Beautiful, tough kick. Won't be able to fade it enough, but 36-10 is the score. And get ready, folks, because it is pretty much official now. Central Coast Lions taking on the Bathurst Blue Tongues in the Mine Season 9 Grand Final. How good is that going to be? First versus second. Two teams that are just deserving of their places. But the Wolves, a valiant effort from them all season. Do not let this result undermine the success and the development that has progressed at that club. They are a great club. I think next season they are going to be looking to carry on from what's been built. If we had to give you some standout names throughout the season, Tulavari Vakateni, he has been an animal in the props. Josiah Pafaitam, he's played 10 tonight, but he did play 13 for a majority of the season. He was devastating there for them. Matt Chick, he's been a great half for them. His kicking game is almost second to none. And even kicks like that, finding the open space, seeing where the bounce of the ball could take him. I think Matt Chick is definitely an asset to have for a first grade club, dare I say. But Junior Kame Aloha, Kairangi Ona, there have also been some great standouts as well. Lethal speed, devastating steps, very hard to stop. I believe Jack Tarpo has also been pretty good as well. I think he's more accustomed for a prop position, but for the Wolves, fair play to them. First season as a club, and they've made it this far to the finals. Plenty to hang your heads about for this season and for the future, but for the Blue Tongues, 36-10. A dominant victory. Kairangi Hona, he won't get the memo. He's going to play till the siren, and the Wolves will get 2 unanswered tries late in the second half. That is the way. Good on your boys. Kairangi Hona, brilliant run off the right wing. And that is the Kiwi spirit. Down but never out. They will go till the end. And a brave effort from these Waikato Wolves. You'd have to say they are going to receive a standing ovation from the Bathurst crowd when this game is said and done. It is a bit bittersweet that they've left it so late. You know, we would have loved to see this from the start of the second half, but they are playing with their pride. and their hearts on their sleeves. And you got to give a kudos to them. 20-point deficit, the Blue Tongues, they are just waiting for that siren to go. And the crowd is waiting to sing that chant, that song that Hopsgood loves oh so much. But the Bathurst Blue Tongues, just over a minute away from history potentially in the making. Get ready, Bathurst. Get ready, Blue Tongues. You are going to the grand final next weekend. And you are going to face the Central Coast Lions. It is a battle of city versus country. The Coastie boys up against the country boys. How good is it going to be? The Winchesters versus, all the great players here, but full time from Carrington Park. And the Bathurst Blue Tongues get up 36-16 against the Waikato Wolves. And the crowd is going absolutely insane here. Insane in the brain. 36-16 full-time score. TBC Live stats. James Reese with a double. Jack White, Malako Soli, Rosso Goodwin, Anthony Boom, all across for the Blue Tongues. For the Wolves, Kai Rangihuna, Arlo Rutherford, and Marco Falongo. Completions very close, very on par, which is a bit of a surprise considering the scoreline. 19 from 21 to the Blue Tongues, 16 from 18 to the Wolves. 55% possession for the home side. 3 errors apiece and a penalty apiece conceded. Just 9 more tackles made from the Wolves, 141 compared to 132. Missed tackles 14-13, but line breaks, this was telling. 12 line breaks for the Wolves, 24 for the Blue Tongues, double the amount, and that just turned into points, didn't it? Full player stats here for the Blue Tongues. Rosso Goodwin and Nepo Baby both over 200. What an insane performance from the Blue Tongues, but especially from Nepo. 20 tackles, 0 missed, 5 line breaks, and a try assist with 200 meters. That is why he's the Mines MVP. James Reese, brilliant effort from him tonight. 14 shy of 200. Had a double to his name. Insane performance. Jack White making his return in the black and blue. 144, 16 tackles, 0 miss, 2 line breaks, 2 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, 4 kicks, a try assist, and a try. Brilliant effort from Jack White. But yeah, brilliant effort all around from these Blue Tongues. They are a special crop of players, and they really stood up here tonight. SRL Williams, 18 tackles, 0 missed. Great defensive effort. Brilliant stuff there from the Blue Tongues. We'll take a look now at the Wolves stats. Kai Rangihuna leading the way in 1 meters, 132 with a try. Zach Robinson, 20 tackles, only 1 missed. Pafairangi, bit of a quiet game by his standards, but not many players over the 100 mark. Vakateni, he put on some big shots, but yeah, Teresi, 25 tackles, missed a few, but he was in and amongst the action, over 100 run meters, but higher for, not having the game he would have loved to have, obviously. 11 tackles, didn't miss any, but 45 meters from your fullback. It's not the sorts of numbers that you want to see, but fair play to the Wolves. They gave it everything they had, and towards the end they played for pride, and they showed that even when we're down, we're going to fight to the end. As we spoke about earlier, the most promoted team in the Mines, 6 promotions to first grade, making the finals in their first season as a club. There's plenty to look forward to for the Wolves, and as much as they would have loved to have won here tonight, make it to the grand final, plenty to look forward to in the future for this team. So big commiserations to A-Lee, to Max Topoke, and all the Wolves. Hang your heads high. Just had a great season. But the Blue Tongues, they have done it once again in dominant fashion. Look out, Lions, because the boys from Bathurst are coming next weekend for the grand final, where it'll be the Central Coast Lions taking on the Bathurst Blue Tongues. I don't know how many times I've said it here tonight, but it is going to be epic. It is going to be insane. It could very well be the best Mines grand final we've ever seen. I can't wait for it. I'm hyped. Get ready, because it's all happening next week. Until then, I've dropped my controller. Until then, enjoy your Arvo, enjoy your week, stay safe, and we will see you back here next week on SRL TV.